Hey, tubers. Happy Sunday. Happy game day. Got a good pile of stuff in. I'm buying some decent amount of stuff recently, but, you know, a lot of smalls and things. And with those usually getting delayed for mailing, because I'm the same. I don't really rush to the post office if I didn't, you know, sell something for that big of a dollar. Sometimes all the stuff shows up at once, so I think I'm a little overdue for a mail day, but got a nice pile of goodies to show off here. First up is a care package from good buddy Mike Thomas, fellow Niners aficionado, and sent these two fantastic Jerry Rices from 97 Score. This is the Platinum team. I don't know how rare these are, but they're pretty damn rare. So I'm super excited to get hooked up with that. He was like, hey, I busted some more packs of these because he was searching for Bryant Youngs for this for a long time. And he hit one. I was like, absolutely. What do you want for it? And he's like, nope, just send it to you. And I was like, that's awesome. And there's another parallel that goes in there that are also tough to find. Still got that red foil there too. Those will find their way to Card Savers and on the PSA whenever I do the next submission. Also sent this neat Honus Wagner foil from 93. So that's pretty cool. And then in true collector fashion, he hooked me up with a couple of magnetics. I had mentioned that regular magnetics were not holding 95 Crown Rookies, and I had been picking up some Crown Rookies for Hall of Famers, and so he sent me 3 with the where you put the penny saver in, so I will check to see if those fit. Pretty excited about that, because it looks kind of weird on display when you have a bunch of slabs and then just random top loaders, because the magnetics, or a bunch of magnetics and then just random top loaders sitting next to them. I showed a bunch of magazines in a previous video. Got one more in. Got the Beckett post Super Bowl 29 from Steve Young. That's April of 95, so a little bit after that, but pretty sweet. Nice cover. What you know about Eric Tourette? That was very timeline specific there, but to go with that and all those others, always got to get the supplies going, and I'd run out. So I buy magazine top loaders. Easier than frames and obviously cheaper. And then I'm not committed to the holes in the walls and stuff like that. When I put them up on display, they sit up on the top of the display cases real nicely. And you can buy $10 chunks for, I don't know, like 25 or 10 holders at a pop for about 25 bucks or something like that. If you get the BCW Ultra Pros, are a little bit more expensive, but they make them as well, and those have been real helpful. All right, on to my pickups. More cards. Got this nice Navarro Bowman press proof die cut out of 75 from 2017. Was looking for something gradable of his. I got a ton of his rookies, and I'm not really looking to have too many more cards of his graded at all. He was 4-time All-Pro for us, but just wanted something key, and a nice 70th anniversary patch there, and a foil, low print run and everything like that. But it does have a little gash in that corner down there. But I have a second one on the way, because usually when I do that, I grab 2 of them and I like to up my chances. Speaking of 2s, probably our best player from week 1, even though we shit the bed against the Bears. Talanoa Hufanga, our safety. He has very few cards. He does have a Contenders, which is pretty awesome, but I'm gonna wait a little while for some of the hype to die down, because obviously his Contenders just shot right up. But picked up these 2 just to have something on hand in case he does become a mainstay, a key player for us there. Always just perusing good deals that are well centered for Prism for key rookies there. So we got the Micah Parsons. Got this sweet TO. That's Spectrum certified, or Pinnacle certified, gold team. Have the Rice of this as well. It's in there like that now. There's a peel on it. Once it comes time to actually send it into PSA, and again, I got 2 subs in there right now, so I'm not rushing it. and $22 is more than I'm willing to pay for normal PC type things. I will peel that off before I submit it. Got this nice Bosa Rookie at a 75. I'm not sure if it qualifies as the yellow or the gold, but it looks color matching, so I'm down with it. Got this 95 Steve Young Pinnacle Trophy Collection. And, you know, shout out to probably iPhones, honestly, for taking such good photos nowadays. Because if you take the time, and I don't always, so sometimes I just, you know, totally flub this up. But if you take the time, you can really see the condition on some of these cards and whether they're good or not. And I'm getting happy with some of these raws. I'm getting it in the condition that they're popping in. To conclude this one, this is a Joe Staley rookie from Score. This is the complete set update. So he's in just a workout, you know, training camp looking outfit with a helmet on in his normal rookie. But this update one has got his full Niners uni there, so I just thought that would be cool to add. There's no variations to that, because that would be even cooler if you could get the gold zones and the red zones and the artist proofs and stuff like that, because it's always nicer to have something in the full uni as opposed to workout stuff. But real happy with the condition that this showed up in as well. There's no way it gets less than a 9. I look at it, I don't see any flaws, but it's weird. It also, sometimes cards, they just lack the crispness to get that 10, if that makes sense. Like, the corner looks good to go, but it doesn't look like it's going to cut your finger. If there's 4 corners like that, then you're going to get the 9 probably, just because it's the easy default. And you can't fight a grader on a 9. Bowman's Best Atomic Brent Jones from 97. Sweet card there. And here's another one with pictures. Thankfully, they took good ones. Hang on, buddy. And I spent more than I wanted to on this die cut, but sure. Got sidetracked there. But it was such a good condition, and I was just like, man, you don't see them that much. So I spent a little bit more than I wanted to, and I just don't like paying that much for raw. So this was like $15-16 raw, which usually pushes my limit, especially for Rices, because I have so many anyway. But beautiful die cut out of 500, and the condition is what it looked like. So I'm real happy with that. The neat part, it just says 1 of 500, and it's printed on there. So not always serial numbered like you'd expect, but pretty excited about that one. And then excited to add this as well. I don't prioritize these because they're never that rare. But it's something as a collector, you know, especially for a team guy, you gotta have. So Super Bowl ticket, Super Bowl 23, Niners versus Bengals. We win 20-16 after a 92-yard drive, 10 plays. Rice had 3 catches on that drive. The touchdown went to John Taylor, which was his only catch of the day, 1 catch, 10 yards, and a touchdown. Rice was the MVP there. 11 catches, 215 yards, and a tutty. So this is my 4th Super Bowl ticket. So I'm only missing the first one that went to Super Bowl 16. Again, I don't really prioritize these pickups, but I think they're neat and something I want to have like all-time PC. So this one only graded a 2. It's got a couple of like scratch indentations where it's not messing up the color, but if you look at it from the light, you can kind of see that. And then this corner is bent, but it didn't break for discoloration. And I'm completely okay with that. I kind of like a lightly used, well-loved ticket. I specifically want stubs. Not only that, because, I don't know, maybe the first one I wasn't thinking as hard or whatever, but I want them to all be the same size in PSA. But I like the stub idea because that means somebody legitimately used it. And then if somebody legitimately used it, then it should not be in perfect condition. It should have some of that, those bends and stuff like that. You put it, probably at least put it in your game day program or something like that, right? But you get it torn off, so somebody handled it a couple of times and whatever. So that's just the reality of what it should look like, and I like that a lot. So pretty happy with that. Got a 4 out of the 5 wins for Super Bowl tickets, and then some slabs. I'm not done yet, guys. Got the Shaq PSA 9. Had the 1 Bravo one of these. 1 Bravo. Sorry, military comes out every once in a while. The 1B version of this. And so I sold that and got this. Ended up getting this one for cheaper. So nice buyer's markets out there. And speaking of buyer's markets, got the Phillip Rivers 2004 Chrome and a 10 for a good deal. Can't beat that. 60,000 yards, 400 plus touchdowns. Got a good deal on this one, so I was like, yeah, I'm a big all-time sack set guy. I haven't rebuilt that set yet after I sold a bunch of them off, but I feel like I'm going to do it at some point. But I kind of have to pick them all up again before I redo it, because when you retire a set on PSA registry, because it was an all-time set, I don't know, I was second or third. Hell, I might have even been first when I retired it out. I'm not 100% sure. Now I'm probably not all-time first because a couple cards got added, and then those people that have 100% can beat you because my all-time set is, 92% or something like that. But he has the minimum number of sacks. I don't know how they established the first baseline of how many sacks needed, but 97.5. There's like 2-3 guys that have that number, and he's in that set for that. So if I ever pick that up, that's just one of those key random cards that I'll have to have. And so if I find it cheap, I'm going to snag it. Super random pickup here. But Charlie Young, this one gets misspelled a lot too. I think there's a corrected version where it's just Charles with no I. Sometimes the labels say that, but Charlie Young, it's a 74 rookie, but he was on the Super Bowl 16 49ers, and this is the last card I needed for that team set. For PSA has those championship team sets that you can put together, and I have been looking for this card for over a decade in graded form. I've missed 1 or 2 because they just disappeared so quick, because there's so few that have been sent in to get graded, and then there's so few that are raw in good condition, because that's just not a card people were looking for, right? Random tight end that didn't do anything too crazy in his career, so I bought, I don't know, maybe half a dozen raw ones over the years, and I don't even think I ever got one in the mail that was better than I got 4. So nice to have a 8. There's a couple 9s in existence, but nothing crazy. And then a must-have for an all-time football collector there. So got the Jack Lambert, a nice PSA 8, fresh slab, pretty nicely centered. Got the jaw and the mean mug. That's what you want from your linebacker. And so I think that's it. My Terps are 3-0. Made a comeback over Southern Methodist. I'm watching Tommy and the boys hopefully lose to the Saints, but it's only 3-0 right now. And the Niners play the Seahawks this afternoon. So hope that goes well. Hope your teams do well, unless you're a Seahawks fan, and then suck it, because go Niners. But yeah, till next time. Thanks for watching. Later.